and the 40 former members of parliament have sued the Attorney General and the Ministry of Finance over pensions owed them, demanding at least 233,495 cedis each. And among the plaintiffs are senior ministers in President Akufo-Addo's administration. That's Yao Osafo-Maafo, and he is the acting New Patriotic Party chairman as well, Freddie Blay, and then Kwame Nabatels. Now, the initial lump sum was set to be 13,735 cedis per plaintiff, but interested accrued, that's the monies accrued so far on the initial amount from January 2009 to February 2016 raises the amount to 233,495 cedis. That will mean that government will have to give out almost 10 million Ghana cedis to settle the former MPs. And the plaintiff claim is anchored on one of the recommendations by the Chinwihese Committee report, which says that persons who exited Parliament having serving full-term periods are also about 50 years should be paid some sum of money as pension benefits. Now, among the other reliefs, the disgruntled former MPs are also praying the court refund their legal bills. And the former MPs have since 2011 been negotiating with government regarding their pensions, but the attempts to have their demands met proved futile. So there you have it. Former members of parliament, that's about 40 of them, have raised concerns regarding their pensions. And we have a number of them here. I will be joined in the studio by one of them, and he's actually the first person here, David Apasara. There are a number of them listed here. And we have Kwame Dusa, we have Godfred Ochre, Moses Dani, Ba, that's K. Bamford Edu, Victor Kulinoti, Yao Berman. These MPs served between, we have them, some of them served between January 2009 and then to February 2016. And like I mentioned, the amount which was initially to be paid them started from about 13,000 cedis, that's 735 cedis per plaintiff, and it's shot up to 233,495 Ghana cedis. A lot more names there. This list is from number 1 to 20. Let's see the rest of the names we have here. That's Kwame Nabatels. I mentioned his name early on. Freddie Blay, Samson Boafo, Christine Checha, Kendrasa, and then some other names you might know as well. So the question is that what exactly happened? Why the delay? And why are they raising concerns now? They have sued the Attorney General. Let's see and also speak to my guest in the studio, who is a former member of parliament for the Bolgatanga constituency, David Apasara. And he is as well one of the MPs who have been affected by what exactly is happening and what we're talking about. Good afternoon, sir. And thanks for your time. Now, one would ask that why make this demand at such a time?
Well, the reportage is positioning it like we are doing it now. But we started it in 2011 with the then President Mills. And unfortunately for his untimely passing on, the matter would have been resolved, we hope. We continued after that, and we met with the Attorney General, we met with the President, and then the President Mahama, okayed it and then made his Chief of Staff to write to the Minister for Finance to pay us. And then the Minister for Finance was reluctant to pay. And so we continued the issue. We followed it up several times. We went and met him, and he himself had a view of what was contained in Chinwihese Committee. But that notwithstanding, nothing was done.
But did he give reasons why he was reluctant to pay?
We were told here and there, you go there, it is that a committee is looking into it. So finally, we went back to Attorney General, and so many times the Attorney General had to write on 3 separate occasions, telling the executive or the president that this is a constitutional matter and it's non-negotiable, and so we are entitled to the pension. But that notwithstanding, it was refused. We were not paid. And as it is, we exited in 2009, that's January. So we should have been drawing the pension from then.
Now, if I can hold you there, you've mentioned what has happened in the past, and now it's out in the limelight. A lot of people are getting to know about what exactly happened. But when was the last time you met some of these major persons you've touched on this very issue?
Yeah, we met President Mahama in 2014. And 2014, he instructed his chief of staff to write, and then to the minister, and it was done. But since then, we have been pursuing it and following it up, and then finally we realized that there was no way out. The best thing was to go to court. So we have been in court for more than a year now, but it never came to the public domain. And so it is not like now that we are going to court. We have been in court for more than a year now.
And is it that you don't trust the court system? Yes, you've worked for it. You are entitled to it. So why come out now when you know that the matter has been in court for over a year now? No,
we are not bringing it to somebody has brought it to the media. We didn't bring it to the media. We are in court.
So you would have preferred that?
We are in court now. Today we're in court, and we're going back to court.
Now, there are also concerns that the group, the amount, it started from about 13,000, and looking at where the number of years is taking, now we're looking at about 233,000 and over. Is this really justifiable? Yeah,
but that's the reason why we should have been paid. We are taking, pension is paid monthly. So if we're supposed to be taken monthly from 2009, you can multiply that by the number of months that we have now. That's why the figure has come up. It's not our making. We have been pursuing it, and it's a legitimate.
So is that to say that you're currently not receiving your pension?
We are not receiving pension now. So that is the state of affairs now.
And going forward, the matter is in court. You would want to wait for the court to make its decision, and then you move on from there. Is that it?
Yes, certainly. Once we are in court, we are praying that the court will come out with a decision on it, and that will put the matter to rest. All
right. Well, thank you very much, sir. I have been speaking this afternoon to one of the 40 affected MPs who haven't paid or received their pensions for a number of years, and he's in the person of the former Member of Parliament for the Bolgatanga constituency, that's David Pasara. Remember, you're still watching Midday Live. You can send your comments on our social media platforms. Facebook and Twitter is News on TV. So let's